I just like to say in this whole video series so far of getting this car home and kind of making a two-door and chopping all the side off and now the roof's coming off, I haven't used a tape measure once. And I think it's turned out great. Anyways, we're cutting the roof off. Danielle's here to supervise. Got a first aid kit.
Danielle's had like 3 glasses of wine.
And brand new Sawzall blade, so it's not quite long enough. We'll see what happens. I'm going to cut a little on the meaty side, leave myself a little bit of wiggle room for when I screw up. But yeah, should be good. The camera actually overheated, so I had to take a light intermission.
And now it's dark out.
And now it's dark out. I got most of this cut to about there, so should be able to do the last zip. It'll fall on itself, be a pain. Jam up the Sawzall. But I kind of think nothing just went twang, so it didn't fold in on itself. Yet, anyways.
Watch the paint.
You know what's kind of fitting? Is that the first Tri-5 I ever owned, the 55, the two-door, was so rotted, the frame was rotted, it was the firewall was rotted. It was the most rotted car that I used as a parts car to do the gray 55. I cut the roof off that one. I probably used it all, but I used that metal for years.
Stuck right here.
Probably a tool for this. Oh man, this is nice.
That headliner's in pretty good shape.
Yeah, probably bolt right in here. I don't know what we did here, but it's something. I gotta stand back.
That's a convertible right there.
You're in the shot.
No, I'm not. I've got the camera.
Yeah? Yeah, that's, alright, well. I know we just started the video, but I've been giving her all day. And, as for ending it, I'm gonna bask in my glory here. Maybe I'll paint this silver so it looks like it's stainless. And then tomorrow, that hole looks very big without a door in it.
Hey, your car doesn't have a roof.
Yeah, roadster, baby. We're basically Chip Foose. This is an episode of overhauling. It's actually not that bad. It's gonna...
Chip Foose, if you're watching, please help.
I'm sure he watches every episode.
Yeah, I'm sure he's a big fan.
Me, Foos, and Bezos.
Yeah, the ultimate trio.
See you tomorrow. Well, it's the next day. It's actually kind of late. I got home a little late from work, did a little bit of cleaning up. 57 Chevy roof skin. That's pretty sweet. So it's still a convertible. Well, roadster, I guess. Packed up car, whatever you're calling it in the comments, but I friggin' love it. So we gotta figure out what we're gonna do up there. Again, I cut it kind of long. I think we can trim it up, do what we gotta do, lose the drip rail, a few little things, get the chrome on it, the stainless, needs a windshield, all those good things. For now. Down the road, I'd probably like to put the proper windshield print on, but it's like 750 bucks Canadian plus shipping and all that stuff. So that's like $1,000 touch for me. Whereas I can make this look a little nicer, maybe box it in, move the mirrors, whatever I gotta do to figure it out. You know, it looks decent. I got the trim off the 4-door. I know a guy has 2-door trim. So you make something work, but it's coming around. Obviously in here needs a lot of touching up. These back panels, I'm excited to fit them and see what they're going to do here. We got to do the package tray and all that. So I'm not going to do a whole lot with that just yet. I did hang the other door. I didn't film that because, well, it's hanging a door. If you need a tutorial for that, I'm the wrong guy. So we got her going. Paint stick to make sure she's kind of whatever. It's all fine there. I put that little angle iron brace on. I'll probably weld up in there real quick. A little extra piece of steel. And then I haven't done nothing with this center brace, or the post I should say. I gotta clean it all up. So I'll get that all kind of ground down, cleaned up. And we'll start setting it. Again, we gotta do some fiddling around with the latch, make it work. Maybe tie in that rear quarter for a little bit of strength. We'll go from there. Now, I've ordered a bunch of stuff, rockers and all. It might actually be here early next week, which would be really nice. The way shipping is right now, it's just driving me crazy. I did find a convertible chassis, a proper one, so hopefully I can make a deal on that. It'll get delivered. I guess we'll just see. But ultimately, that's my plan. Work until I'm out of parts, and then hopefully they get here. What else can you do, right? If all goes to hell, we'll take a break from this and get back on the Black Widow clone or recreation. Or it's not 6-lug, I know. Tell me 18 more times. But we're getting there. Merc came over. He approves of it. Doesn't really mean a whole lot, but I'm going to keep jamming. So I'll get the post in, like I said, kind of start skinning the door. All those boring things that take a bunch of time, but save you a bunch of money. Alright, so I thought I'd show you all the post I was doing, all sorts of boringness, and then you know what showed up was the chassis. So this paid up a little bit, grand. What are you going to do? So, clear as day, this is the difference. It has this ginormous X-brace in it. Which they do sell this X-brace. You can buy it for, it's like 800 bucks American or something like that. So by the time I get it here, it's like $1,200. So didn't want to deal with that. This is like a factory original 1957 convertible chassis. Has all the steering, has all the front end, which is nice to have. It's actually in good shape. I mean, it needs all rebuilt, obviously, with all the control arms and all that stuff there, which I will absolutely reuse. And it's got a good set of usable leaf springs. They're in good shape. Obviously needs new bushings kind of front and back, but that's no big deal. Heat those up, push them out, put new ones in, and we're set. Convertible also has extra body mounts right there, I believe, or unique. I think all the rest are all the same. So that'll be nice. This one hasn't been molested. It's all original stuff. Steering box is good. We're not going to use, obviously, any of the steering shaft. We'll put a proper column in it. I'll probably peel this stuff off, put it in storage, because I have that front end from the 56, the sedan that I got to keep. So it's got disc brakes, all new control arm bushings, all new ball joints, all new tie rods, all new. So I think what I'll probably do is finish up this post, and I'll get the quarter panel tacked on. I'll have to do that tonight. I might have to finish by tomorrow. I got sidetrack started late, and then this happened, and all sorts of things. But it'll probably finish that. It'll look like a convertible. We're then waiting on sheet metal. While we're waiting on sheet metal, we'll start a new video where we change the whole front end. I've already ordered all the bushings for the back. We'll get that all dialed together, clean up the frame. I think I might actually paint this one like some KBS or POR or whatever it is there. Get that all taken care of. And I mean, really, I could even plumb the brakes. I could do a bunch of stuff like that, or whatever. My only thing that is a concern, or I'm not really too sure, so this is where the back of the motor would be and the transmission would mount to it. Typically right about here-ish is where I put a transmission cross member. So, I mean, obviously people have done it for, I'll do a little Googling. I don't know if they have to open this up a little bit, or if you put the cross member just to this little brace here and make something up. But either way, like this is beef. I guess it's crazy. It was one right here. It's been torched out. It's a little bit bigger than on that side. This is for the exhaust to go through. So there's a few tricky things to have to kind of deal with. I'm going to slice these ears off because I'm not a big believer in them. And we'll deal with the exhaust there. And I guess it must go through back there. So I don't know how much that we're all going to end up using. What I'm going to figure out. But I do think this adds, I mean, it's a convertible. It has a convertible chassis. So it's going to have lots of strength in it. I can weld in one more mount, because what I'll probably do is when this chassis comes out, I'll have a couple of spares, right? So you can do that, drill a hole, mount it in. So it'll be just as strong. We'll have all the posts in there. We got all the factory sheet metal. Other than windshield, I mean, this thing will be a convertible. The VIN number won't say it. I understand that. Don't get me wrong, but makes me feel better, safer, all those sort of things. And instead of, I was going to put some sort of brace in, but be kind of buck sheet, hatch it together. Just be nice, factory, original. Adds to the value, right? Adds to my dream. So yeah, we'll just change, just keep rolling the money here. But even with everything in a new floor and all the rust, I think with all the rust taken care of, the price of the car, the extra sheet metal, and that will be about $4,000 So, I don't know, get you a rust-free convertible for $4,000 This starts off as a 4-door beater. I'm gonna keep welding, but I'll probably see you tomorrow. Next day, I didn't get a whole lot accomplished yesterday. I'm eating creamsicles. I actually did start working today after work. These Tri-5 frames pack with dirt, so I just cleaned the driveway, and oh, look at all this, just rocks and stuff everywhere. I did fix, there was a little hole in, not the frame, but they have like a stiffener plate. So again, I guess I didn't know this till, well, I knew it was a little rust hole, but I didn't know what it was. So it has the centerpiece. Now this addition right there, that's added on. A regular Tri-5 don't have that. And all it is like a little kind of seat channel. And what happens, here's my little pointer stick. So there's drain holes in the frame, and there's drain holes in the little stiffener plate. Those holes don't meet, don't match. So everything gets in the frame, leaks in the stiffener. The stiffener then rots out. Stupid. Anyways, I just cut it out, re-welded a piece in. It wasn't too big of a deal, other than it was kind of ugly. I had to jack the frame up on its side a little and get in there, but it should be good now. There was one extra little hole at the front, but I'll just kind of hit it with the grinder, and maybe I'll show it to you when I bring it in. Anyways, we're going to we get the post in. I got a little screwing around and do with the latch. I had to kind of heat it up and torch it off because it was all stuck. We got to move the latch up. Anyways, we'll probably steal the back one. It looks in better shape if it comes out. We're going to skin that back door, so we'll time-lapse that back door right there. We'll get it kind of tacked in, and I think we're kind of done getting the thing set up. The reason I was actually cleaning up the frame was I want it to dry out real good, because tomorrow I wanted to strip the whole front end down, paint it. I'm just going to kind of trim clad it, the whole thing, but it's all clean now, all degreased, ready to go. So I'll get that painted, ready to go, front end on. I'm waiting on rear bushings, but it'll be good enough to basically swap in the car. So that's for next video. Framing in the garage. Nope, in the driveway. All right, let's do a little grinding. Oh, story of my life here. So I was skinned the door, Murr came by, talked to my parents for a bit, then a neighbor came by, now it's dark out. So anyways, got the door skinned. I trimmed just the edge off, just so, because that's where all the latch and all that junk would be. This way it kind of, you know, fits over, it laps over. We put it on the inside, we mark it. That'll be on the back side of where we're going to be welding. So just gives you an idea, you add, you know, ½ inch or so. So I'll peel this back off. I just tack weld it and cut it off a bazillion times. I'm not overly concerned about the paintwork there. So we'll do that. I'll zap it or get it cut. I'll fit it one more time. And then I actually have the door welded to the post right now. I don't have any latching mechanism on this one. So I'm happy with where it is. So I then just welded the post in with another, it's a like octopus of miscellaneous, but at least that's where it's going to be. I'm happy with the door fitment. I'll be happy with the quarter panel fitment. So I'll cut the door, untack it, open it, put this in, kind of tack it, and then I can just run the zip cut down, give it, well, I don't even know what I did there, 10 tacks, that's it. And the same thing around here. This one's actually much nicer. On the other side, this whole front of the fender, or what, wheel lip, was cut out. Obviously, being a parts car, someone had scabbed that. So at least this, I mean, we're pretty much lined up. These doors fit really nice. It's actually really easy fitting the hardtop doors versus sedan doors, because the sedan has all that bullshit up here you gotta take care of. This is such a simple panel. I mean, honestly, I couldn't imagine putting a convertible panel on if you have a good door and all that. I mean, it's the same amount of welding. I don't know, I think it looks good. So yeah, I'll get this trimmed up. We'll get that trimmed up, then we'll just buzz it in, and then we're ending it for this video tonight, and then tomorrow, chassising. Alright, well, a bunch of screwing around later. We got her tacked in, real ugly. I actually, we gotta trim a little more and get the door in a little. As you can see, it's kind of, we're a little bit out. The other one, the door was kind of right in the middle. So we'll figure that out, or trim this, or figure it out, whatever we gotta do. But for now, that's where I'll leave it. I'm tired. I think tomorrow, maybe we'll move the chassis out of the way. We'll drive this thing, we'll roll this thing out. We'll wash it, make it look pretty. And then get a nice little walk around, because it's, as far as I'm concerned, it's a full-blown convertible, or a roadster. You know, my favorite part about doing this, so I'm working on these videos and stuff, and at this point, I haven't put any videos out yet on this thing, so we're still on the black car, and I can't wait for the comments of, you know, what are you doing, what are you this, that, and that, and it's already been done, which is the best part. But thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow, and probably on every video for the rest of my life. See you later.